Shots fired, shots fired.
He like lifted up little black pistol, and like I just thought it was like an airsoft gun or something. So I was like, hey, like what up? And I turned around and I started walking the other way. And he shot, and I just felt the wind like pass right by my face.
On for multiple gunshot victims in front of that Ivy Deli.
He was right outside of a restaurant convenience store called Ivy Deli Mart, and there were maybe a group of 6, 7, 8 people eating out in front of it, and it just stopped right in front of it and opened fire upon the group.
We need a second ambulance for another gunshot wound to 6553 Pardal, Ivy Deli Mart, code 3. Another gunshot to the chest.
There was a girl right here, and she was really, really struggling. You could tell she was just barely able to move her eyes. And then there was another girl right here, and she was kind of like laying down crouched. She immediately got on the phone with her mother and was telling her mother about how much she loved her, and she wasn't sure that she was going to make it.
Witness, it was a dark-colored BMW, one occupant, a male wearing a white shirt.
We heard a loud crash and about, close to 30 rounds of gunfire. And I looked outside and I saw the BMW had crashed into parked cars on the street.
The car passed right by me and my friend, barely nipped her, and then hit the guy right behind us. Like, literally flipped him from the street to the sidewalk.
I saw one cop rush to the car. The policeman cleared out the car. I saw the driver get pulled out. He looked very hurt. I mean, to me, he was either unconscious or already dead.
Currently, the sheriff's office is not looking for any additional suspects. We believe this suspect acted alone. This incident appears to be a mass murder situation.
Yo, what's up, world? It's your boy Philco here. Now, I know the background is kind of loud, but I'm going to just be louder. This mass shooting that we hear about is on the front page of the news, gets a lot of headlines and stuff. Just bring something to mind that I'm just going to say. In America, on average, the average white life is seen as much more valuable than the average black life. Now, I know people don't like when I speak about race, but it's just appalling to me. A lot of things that I see and read. One thing that I hate hearing from people, especially from black people, is shit like, these white kids are crazy because they go around shooting each other and shit in the mass shooting. Now, I understand what they're trying to say, but the first thing everybody has to understand is just because the news covers it more doesn't mean it happens more. It's not how it works. Every day the news can cover some mass shooting or random stabbing or some shit like that all over the country. Doesn't mean it happens more than the things they don't cover. It doesn't mean that. A lot of people look at the news and think this is what's happening in the world. That's what they choose to talk about, what's happening in the world or in the country. This is what they choose to speak about. That doesn't mean that's what's happening. There's much more happening. Now, even if you add up all the bodies from mass shootings from white and Asian people throughout colleges, throughout high schools, I don't think that even adds up to the amount of black-on-black murders we have per year. I'd be surprised if that even adds up to that. And then including the fact that there's way more whites plus Asians than blacks in a society, in America. So you do the math. So a lot of people look at this as such a tragedy. Sure, it's a tragedy, but I just can't stand the fact that these mass shootings are always the biggest. Everybody let's get together, hold hands, and cry. When something happens in a place like Chicago, Atlanta, Los Angeles, and I'm not talking about just the gang shootings, I'm talking about the random shit, because it's not so much that black people kill at random, but a lot of people do get hit up in a crossfire. You know what I mean? Like stray bullets and shit. And if you add up each and every single one of them, like per month, it's just as much or even more just per month from random ones getting shot. It's more than this. But we don't hear about it that much. And if we do hear about it, it's just like, oh, it's another gang style shooting, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing special done for those random children who were shot that often. There's nothing on CNN for all these random black kids who've been shot, murdered by stray bullets. Oh, well, then I guess it's not that big of a deal because... I'm eating, that's why it's kind of sound funny. Oh, I guess it's not that big of a deal because, hey, these are poor kids from a bad neighborhood, so they kind of deserve it a little bit. Yeah, they deserve it a little bit. They live there. They deserve it. Forget the extra. Let's forget laying down flowers somewhere for these people in some white neighborhood. Let's forget about, white people putting down flowers for the little black child who died. Let's forget about making an extra section on CNN for all these kids caught in a straight fire in all of these neighborhoods, not just these mass shootings that we act like we care about so much, but it's not that we care about the mass shootings so much. We know the mass shootings get us views, gets us money. We use this so people can watch our videos. Like, I do it too. You think I give a fuck about Mayweather and T.I.? Hell no, I don't give a fuck about Mayweather and T.I. I made that video just for views and money. I don't give a fuck about Mayweather T.I. What's funny is people took that video I made so seriously. I obviously didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. I'm not into celebrities and their lifestyles. I said that during the video. I don't fucking know. I just made that video for views. You watched it, thank you. Don't be mad. Why are you mad though, you know? But anyway, they're doing it all for attention and money. It's basically they're doing it for money. It's all about money. Because they know if they put up the story of a little black kid shot in the ghetto, blah, 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 is it going to get a big response? Hell no. Or maybe 5, 10 black people shot in Chicago this weekend. Is it going to get as much as this mass shooting? No. People are going to honestly think, the vast majority is going to think, oh, you know, what's new? What's new? They're not going to feel, oh, no, not in the ghetto, really? They're not really going to care. So they're not going to put that on the cover. Now, of course, they speak about it sometimes. I'm not saying they ignore it. But when they do speak about it, you can tell it's not with anywhere near as much compassion. And oh boy, oh my God, as it is with these school shootings. Now, I am not trying to make fun of school shootings. I'm not trying to do that. It is sad. It is sad, and it should be sad for everybody. But everything should be sad for everybody. I don't think a white life should be more valuable than a black one, but that's how it is to a lot of people in America. I'm just being real. That's how it is to a lot of people. It could be because of the dominant black culture of the day, which is hip-hop, which kind of glorifies this stuff. I mean, come on. Would you expect people to care about you so much when the dominant culture of the people of your race, when they speak about doing it as if it's a cool thing, that when it happens we're supposed to be sad? I mean, come on, when you think about it, it's kind of fucking depressing. Sometimes I listen to music and I get sad, man. For example, one of my favorite songs in history, hip-hop song, Jay-Z DMX. During the song, this is like some gangster shit. It's a real gangster songs. Maybe some of you are too young for that, but I'm not. Money Cash Hoes. During the song, Jay-Z says something like, he said, it looks like New York's been soft ever since Snoop came through and crushed the buildings. I'm trying to restore the feeling. Fuck the law. Keep killing. Now, that sounds good, but in the end, that shit is just stupid and fucked up. Considering that, I don't think people want to go out and start murdering people, but whether you guys know it or not, music inspires motherfuckers like crazy. Especially in the hood. Even here in Russia, I noticed I listened to a lot more 50 Cent here in Russia than I did in America. Reason being was because I have to protect myself much more here than I have to do in America. So listening to 50 Cent gives me that inspiration to go outside. And a lot of people are like that. That's why a lot of Africans out here like rap, because it gives them that inspiration to go outside. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds crazy, but that's kind of how it is. Same thing with someone who likes to skate fucking board. Say he's a skateboarder, he's about to jump over 10 stairs. I used to skateboard myself. You put on something that gives you inspiration, you listen to it, yeah, let's do it, like fuck the world, fuck this, and you go and you do it. Now, I'm not saying music controls people, but it does give influence. So when we're listening to things that may sound good, but it's like, fuck the law, keep killing, it's kind of like, what exactly are we talking about here? What am I listening to, and what am I helping to spread by supporting it? You know, and why would I expect people to feel so sorry for us when what our music is fucking saying? Whenever they go to a black entertainment channel or whatever, they see dudes throwing money around, talking about having guns and stuff. Like, what do you expect in the end? I'm just saying, I can only imagine if the roles were reversed. Now, if you're sitting here being a simple-minded ass dude saying not all black people, who gives a fuck if it's not all? It's too many. It's the dominant fucking culture of blacks in America. I don't give a fuck if you support it. It's the most dominant. Is when you see black people in the limelight with music, the vast majority of them are what? Rappers. What do they rap about? Fucked up shit. The vast majority of them. Even if it's just 25% of the biggest rappers talking about gangster killing shit, that's still too fucking much, and it's way more than 25%. I'll never forget when I first heard Macklemore's song. I was in Florida with my ex, living with this millionaire broad. I'm not pimping shit. Me and my ex were dating. The other one was just a friend. And I was there in Florida, and that's the first time I heard that Pop Some Tag song. And I was listening to it. And what's sad is I thought the dude was black. I didn't know he was white. And I thought he was younger too. And I remember saying to myself, I was like, damn, this dude is talking some real shit. Talking about how expensive clothes is bullshit and it's a ripoff. I was like, wow, I like this dude. The song sounds good. Eddie sounds pretty damn intelligent. Looks like hip-hop is changing. You know what I mean? I watched the music video. What was the dude? A white guy. I was like, of course. I mean, that kind of let me down, but I was like, of course. Of course. 'Cause that's how I am. People ask me, like, I wear this big earring a lot. They're like, oh, that's real. I'm like, hell no. If it was real, I wouldn't buy it. That's a waste of money. I like the way it looks, not how much it costs. You know, I mean, I like the way it looks, not whether it's real or not. My ear's fine. It doesn't break out or nothing. I wear it because I like it. This, I forgot. I think this is actually real. Should be real. I've had it for like 8 years, and I water with it. But it wasn't that expensive. I washed with it and all that stuff. But that's basically it. Our dominant popular culture. And I love when people try to come up and say things like, oh, Philadelphia, we have jazz and all that stuff. That shit doesn't come close to comparing to the popularity of hip-hop, so stop it. That is not what people think about, the average person thinks about, especially young people, because young people are the most important because they're the future. It's not the fuck they think about when they hear about black people and black culture. They're going to say, oh, jazz, Coltrane. No, it's not the fuck they're going to say. They're going to say 50 Cent, maybe even Eminem. How did that happen? All this stuff, that's what they're going to speak about. Not fucking Coltrane. And that's basically it. I'm out of here. Later.